We all know that content is king, but having content custom created is expensive. Private label rights articles are good, but everyone ends up with the exact same articles, and that's bad, especially when trying to rank those articles in the search engines. Article Builder is the solution. Let me demonstrate how it works. There are two main functions in Article Builder: building an article from scratch and injecting content into your own articles. First, let me show you how to build an article from scratch. It's very simple. You just select your category, and we have many categories to choose from. This list grows all the time. I'll choose weight loss. Then you put in your subtopics that you want in the article, which is optional. I'll choose exercise and nutrition. Select a target word count. I'll choose 500 because I want it to be at least 500 words. And I want 3 articles. Now you can optionally store all the settings into your saved jobs to run quickly later, and I'll show you how that works in a minute. And you can also choose to encode the output to pass Copyscape, which I'll also demonstrate in a minute. Then just click Build My Article. That's how easy it is. Notice that we now have 3 articles on weight loss, each more than 500 words, and each with a subtopic about exercise and nutrition. Using these articles is very simple. You can download them with one click of a button. You can download them all together in a zip file, or you can immediately post them to your blog, including pre-saved blogs that you've already configured. Very simple, very easy to do. But what makes these articles different and much better than traditional private label rights or PLR articles is that these articles are built from a massive database of snippets that are woven together to form a complete article that makes sense. Since the title is different, the introductory paragraph is different, each tip included in the article's body is different, and the concluding paragraph is different, what you get is far more unique than with a typical PLR article. All of the content is private label though, so you can modify it to your heart's content. You can spin it, rewrite it, or use it as it is. Whatever you want to do with it, you can. But the point is that each article you get back is different from the other articles, and that gives you a powerful benefit with the search engines. Now let's go to My Saved Jobs, and I'll show you how that works. I'll click on My Saved Jobs, and you see I've got 2 in here. One which was selected to pass Copyscape using the random encoding, and the other which wasn't. You can see it has our category as weight loss, our subtopics is exercise and nutrition, our word count, the number of articles, and we can run and delete the job. So in order to rerun that job, instead of having to go here and put all that information back into the form, all I have to do is one click, run job. Now I have 3 more articles that are different from the first 3 that I generated that I can use, post to my blog, download, whatever I need to do. And there you go. Now the Article Builder database literally has tens of thousands of categorized snippets, and it grows every week by thousands and thousands more. That means an almost unending supply of fresh content for your articles. We're also adding new topics every week, so the database is growing fast. But if Article Builder doesn't yet cover some topics you need, you can always request those topics using the Request Topics form. We tally up all the votes from all the users, and each week the most requested topics are the ones that we add. But building an article from scratch isn't the only thing Article Builder can do. It can also inject content into your existing articles in a few very creative ways. Let me show you how this works. Again, it's very simple because everything in Article Builder is designed to be easy to use. We'll select our category. I will choose weight loss again. You can optionally enter the keywords for the kind of information that you want to inject into your article. Let's say I want to inject information specifically about nutrition into a weight loss article. Then I'll enter that keyword there. You tell it how much content you want to add, a little, quite a bit, or a lot. I'll insert quite a bit, and then how the content should be injected. Now I'm going to show you what each of these look like. You can insert it directly into the article's new paragraphs, as sidebar tips along the left and right of the article, both inside as new paragraphs and as sidebar tips, as inline callouts, and both as new paragraphs and as inline callouts. First, let me just show you how it looks to insert new content into the article. I'll paste my article in here, and I can encode the content to pass copyscape if I want to, and I'll demonstrate that in a moment. Then just click Inject Content. Now you can see that originally our article had 289 words, but after the injection of the content, it now has 389. So we added 100 words, or 35% of new content. And that content has been inserted in new paragraphs directly inside the article. In this case, 2 new paragraphs. So that's how the content gets inserted, using inside the content as your selection. But let's say I want to use sidebar tips instead. I'll keep the same settings and hit Inject Content. Now you can see that it's been inserted here on the left and on the right as tips, so that it does not appear to interfere with the reading of the article itself. However, if you scroll down, you can see that that content is inserted directly in the middle of your article, which makes the article appear more unique to the search engines. And that's very, very important, because we all know the search engines, especially these days, love unique content. Now, the way these tip sidebars look is completely configurable. You can use our color pickers to change the colors for the background and for the caption and the text color and so on. And you can save your settings so that if you change something, let's say we change this to idea and change the caption color to blue, we can just save it as blue, run it again, and you see it changed the way it looks. And from that point, we'll have blue in our drop down and can immediately load that. So it makes it very easy to customize the way those callouts and sidebars look. Now you can do both inside and sidebar. Inject Content. See, that time it added 162 words, because not, or 56%, because it didn't just put the tips on the sides, it also inserted the paragraphs here and here. So that adds a lot of unique content to your article. You can also use inline callouts, which is great, especially if you have a white background. You can see that puts the tips right in the middle across the article, which looks very nice. And you can do inline callouts and directly inside the content. So there you go. You see how that looks. Adding 168 words or 58%. A very easy way to bulk up your existing content to make it more unique in the eyes of the search engines, and to add very useful practical tips and hints for your readers, whether they be on your blog or on your other website. And from the bottom, you can copy the article, you can post it directly to your blog, just like you can with the building of an article, or you can download the article for use elsewhere. Very easy, very powerful. Now let me show you another extremely powerful tool of Article Builder. I'll build an article on weight loss. Seems to be my favorite category here. And I will encode the output to pass copyscape this time. Let me show you how that looks. Click Build My Article. Now you'll see now that every couple of words it encodes a character inside the word. Now from a human point of view, that's not readable. But when you paste that into a web page, let me do the preview, it's perfectly readable, because those codes create the characters inside the words. The advantage of doing that, let me show you here, is that when I paste that article into Copyscape and do a search, notice no results found for the text you pasted. It will pass Copyscape every time. And that's where the benefit of the article encoding comes. And as always, you can post that straight to your blog, download it, download all your articles together, however you need to use it. Now, if you're a software developer or a power user, you can also use our built-in API. And what that does is it allows you to have Article Builder work from inside your own script or your own software as long as you have an account, making it extremely easy to create WordPress plugins or other tools that automatically use Article Builder. Well, that's all there is to it. We've kept the design simple and efficient on purpose. Why clutter things up when what you really need is continuous, fresh content built around the topics that your websites cover? Article Builder gives you that, all at the click of a button. Get your access right now.